Welcome back, guys. My name is Cody P. Christian, and welcome to the Learn CodeIgniter's second episode, CodeIgniter Basics, in the Learn CI training series. I want to quickly note that it has been a while since our first episode. I want to apologize for that, but due to heavy workload and many things going on, the episode was put on hold. Releases should be back to normal now. Thank you. Within the last 6 months, CI is now at version 2.0.2, which is also Reactor. From this episode forward, we will be working with the most recent version of CI at that time. If anything major changes that would affect anything I've taught you, I will update you on it. Today we will cover some common basics of CI, including the URI structure of CI, .ht access and mod rewrite, a basic Hello World example, basic database, quick overview of CI libraries and helpers, and finally we'll go over our first project in this series. With that said, how does CI handle URLs? By default, URLs in CI are designed to be search engine and human friendly. Rather than using standard query string approach to URLs that is synonymous with dynamic systems, CI uses a segment-based approach. In this following example, you can see that it's broken down into segments. example.com/news/article/my_article. The structure here is always similar, but the names do vary. Here are a few real-world examples. As you see here in this last one, it could be the page number, if using pagination, or the article ID as the second parameter in the URL. This all depends on how you set it up with routing. You will learn more about URLs and how to pull data from each segment as we work through our series project. .ht access and mod rewrite. By default, CI will include the index.php file in your URLs. Using a method called mod rewrite and a special file called .ht access, we can rewrite the URLs on the fly to produce those super clean URLs that you saw in the last segment. Here's an example of a basic .ht access file with mod rewrite. If you decide to use this setup, you will also need to modify your config/config.php file and edit line number 26, and remove index.php between the double quotes. Save this file and everything should work perfectly. Remember to remove index.php from your URLs in your browser to see this in action. Basic Hello World. We are now going to set up a basic Hello World example. In this example, I'm going to take our install that we left off with and create a new controller in Vue. The goal here is to show you how to create your own controller and Vue files from scratch and get them working. Let's first start by navigating to our folder that contains our controllers and creating a new file called helloworld.php. Once done, open this file and write out the following code to produce the basic controller. You can find this example file on our website for this episode. After you've done that, please go to your Views folder and create a file called helloworld.php. Once done, open this file and write out the following code to produce the basic view. You can find this example file on our website for this episode. Now go to your browser and you will find a simple Hello World is printed on your screen. Now let's expand this a bit. Let's show you how to use a variable in your controller and pass it to your view. Open your helloworld.php controller file and your helloworld.php view file into your editor. Go to the controller file first and insert the following code into the index function block. This code is a basic array that we will pass into the load view parameter as you see here. Add $data to the load view section of our code to save this file when you're done. $data is a variable. Now go to this view file and replace the Hello World text with the following PHP statement. Now you've learned how to create a controller, a view, and pass a variable to your view. Once again, these files are available for download on the page for this episode. Databases. Let's talk databases. I'm going to show you how to set up a basic database for use with your application. First, let me explain what a database is and why it's used. A database contains information in a structured format called tables. Each table, like an Excel document, contains rows of data that correspond to fields within each column. Using a database is a common practice in most applications you build. There are many different types of databases that can be used with CI. Throughout our examples and projects, we will be using a MySQL database. Now let's set up a database for use in a basic example. Your server should contain an application called phpMyAdmin, where you can administer your databases. I will assume that you have a basic understanding of how to use this tool. If not, please leave us a comment if we need to expand on this. Open phpMyAdmin and create a database as so. Please note with some hosts, you may have to create the database through their custom web panel first. Now do the following steps to create a table for use in our application. You can also find a .sql database file on the episodes page that you can import into your database. Now that you have created this table and added some example data, let's go back to CI and implement this. Go to your config folder for CI and open database.php. In this file, edit the following lines as so. Line 40 is your server host name. Localhost is used in most cases. Line 41 is the database username. Line 42 is the database password. Line 43 is the database name. Leave the rest as default. Please save and close this file. Please go to your controllers folder and create a new controller called dbtest.php. Once done, open this file and write out the following code to produce a controller with a simple database call. You can find this example file on our website for this episode. In this example function, we've used two examples. One uses the standard SQL syntax, and the other uses CI's active record class. Both types have their pros and cons. I personally use active record wherever possible. After you've done that, please go to your views folder and create a file called dbtest.php. Please note, with both view files and controller files, you can name them anything you want. I'm just naming them the same in this example to keep things streamlined. Once done, open this file and write out the following code to produce a simple view with a basic array dump of the database table. You can find this example file on our website for this episode. Visit this new controller in your browser to see the output of the database table in an array form. If you see an array of data, then the database connected and works successfully. If you have errors, then please look over everything and make sure it is correct. Use our provided files as reference if needed. If you are still having problems, please check the documentation as well as leave a comment on our episode if you need assistance. We will try to help as we can. I'm going to leave this segment as just a simple array dump of data. You will learn more about databases, arrays, and passing data to the view for output, and so on, in our up-and-coming series project. CI libraries and helpers. I want to quickly talk a bit about CI libraries and helpers. CI has a ton of libraries and helpers that come with it. These are used to help you write code faster by providing you with a rich set of common functions and tools that you will use in your application. You can refer to the CI user guide to read about each of the helpers and libraries that come with CI. You will also use several of these throughout our series project. Basic blog project. Over the course of our next few videos, I will walk you through each step in creating a basic blog. This will contain building the database, models, libraries, etc. that you will need to build such a project. We will be using many different parts of CI in this example. We will also show how to do basic user authentication to be able to add and edit posts. This is a series project that I've mentioned throughout this video. I will break this project down across a couple of videos so we won't confuse you all at once. With that said, please keep an eye out for the next episodes and please leave us comments on our website and share us on Twitter and Facebook. This will help us gain a bigger audience and share the experience of learning CI. Once again, you will find some changes to our website, which includes the ability to download the files used in our examples, as well as sign up for a mailing list to be notified when new content comes out. I thank you again for watching this series and holding tight through releases. These episodes take time to produce and keep the quality high, and I'm afraid I can't solely work on these episodes as much as I would like. So thank you for understanding. Until next time, I'm Cody P. Christian, and I will see you guys in the next episode.